a letter from Aunt Hester.
Is she well and hearty?
Apparently.
To hell with her.
Why do other people's breakfasts always taste so much nicer than one's own?
Probably because they are.
I knew marrying you was a mistake at least 7 years ago, but I never realized the thoroughness of the mistake until now.
You will be interested to hear that Mrs. S.J. Pendleton gave a small dinner party for Mr. and Mrs. Hubert Weir at the Hotel Normandy in the 2K last night.
How thrilling.
Among the guests were Lord and Lady Haven, Mrs. George Durlap, the Countess Pantalucci, Mr. Henry Byrne, Mr. and Mrs. Harvey Lincoln, Miss Stiles.
Shut up.
I beg your pardon.
I said shut up.
Mr. and Mrs. Sidney Alfred have returned from Vichy and are staying at the Creole.
Toby.
They're to be joined in a few days by Mrs. Alfred's sister, Lady Crocker.
Toby, please.
Prince and Princess Jean-Marie de Lorient have left the Hotel George Cinq and are now en route to the Riviera. And
Mr. and Mrs. Toby Cartwright have left the Villa Zephyr under a cloud.
not yet, they haven't.
Owing to the idiocy of Mr. Toby Cartwright losing his shirt at the casino.
Oh, must we go back over that again?
Yes, we must. Don't you see? We've got to do something.
Darling, what is the use?
Hand me the pen and pencil. You're just behind you.
So what?
Give it to me.
Toby lost £50. Toby lost £50. Write it down quickly. It'd be awful if you happen to forget it.
No, Toby.
Hold on, darling. I am sorry. I really am.
Look out!
Oh, damn it!
No, it's not that I want to rub in about the £50. Really, it isn't. It's just we are in the most awful jam and we've got to concentrate.
Concentrated up until 4:30 this morning and nothing came of it.
Will you promise not to take offense to anything I say just for 10 minutes?
It means you're going to be absolutely bloody.
Promise?
All right, dear, I promise.
All right, we must face facts. Now then, our combined income amounts to £750 a year.
That is until Aunt Hester dies.
Aunt Hester will not die. She's outwitted life for 70 years and is now determined to outwit death.
Oh, it's indecent.
Never mind about that now. Our combined overdrafts amount to £1,300, in addition to which you owe £3,000.
And yourself?
£2,000.
I don't understand why you don't just get a job of some sort. I mean, look at Liza Herrick. She at least made some effort. She opened a hat shop.
And shut it again.
No talent, that's what's wrong with you. No marketable talent whatsoever.
You seem to forget that on a certain bleak day in 1928, I gave my life into your keeping.
Oh, marriage is a sacrament, a mystic rite, and you persist in regarding it as some sort of plumber's
Oh,
estimate.
be quiet. Where was I?
Wandering along the paths of memory, dear, with a singularly nasty expression.
You will admit, I suppose, that we live beyond our income.
You do have a genius for understatement.
Having managed to rake up £72 in order to stay, God knows why, in this over-elaborate house.
Oh, I disagree. I think that Olive, considering her innate vulgarity, has done this house with remarkable restraint.
Olive is not vulgar. She's one of my oldest friends. She went to school with me
Let's
and...
just leave it that she went to school with me.
Now look here, Toby.
No, go on, concentrate.
You're imagining...
Go on, write down the truth, face facts, put down our congenital idiocy in black and white. Write down that we were brought up merely to be amiable and pleasant and socially attractive, that we have no ambition and no talent, oh, except for playing games.
And not enough of that.
Toby lost £50. Toby lost £50.
I wrote that down first, but what I didn't write down was that you were a silly, selfish, careless, bloody fool to do it.
Look here,
Look out!
damn it!
It's no use quarreling. The £50 has gone. We've overstayed our time here. The Lorings are expecting us in Venice. We have, at the moment, 114 francs and are down 2,400 in the bridge book.
That is entirely your fault. You play bridge too merrily, Stella.
My merriment is entirely a social gesture. I loathe bridge.
It's still no excuse for playing it as though it were lacrosse.
I don't know what you mean.
Your bids have a certain girlish devil-may-care abandon you, whoop through every rubber like a games mistress.
What do you mean, whoop?
Oh, what I say, whoop, W-H-O-O-P.
Do be quiet. What was I saying?
I was saying that we were down 2,400 francs in the bridge book. While what you should have said was that owing to your...
Never mind about that now. Within the next week we shall be asked definitely to leave. Olive was dropping hints all over the dinner table last night.
Well, we can't leave.
We'll have to.
Chaps, he owes you some money now, doesn't he?
Yes, backgammon, 7,000 francs.
Thank God for that.
Yes, if we travel to Venice second class and take Nanny home.
I don't understand why you had to bring her in the first place. I don't have to have a valet, so why should you have a maid?
Nanny's not a maid. Nanny saved our lives 1,000,000 times.
Wrongly.
Anyhow, who is it?
Excuse me, sir.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Lord Chancellor wishes to speak with you.
Is he there?
Oh, tell him to come in. Come in, chaps.
Good morning. How do you feel?
Frightful.
So do I.
Oh, good.
Yes, you look very sweet, chaps, darling, and very dapper. Why are you up so early?
It's after 11. I came to say goodbye.
Oh, that's right. You're leaving today. I'd forgotten. Are you going to May Bainbridge?
Yes, a guy's coming to pick me up.
Oh, you must find out all about the chauffeur scandal and wire us immediately.
What chauffeur scandal?
Oh, don't be silly, darling. The whole coast is buzzing about it.
Oh, that. I always thought it was a valet.
Chauffeur, valet, combined occupation rife, apparently, with the most delirious opportunities.
Well, do you think it's true? I mean, do you think May really did?
Certainly. You only have to look at her.
Oh, don't be so catty, Stella.
As May Bainbridge has been consistently odious to me, I see no reason why I shouldn't be as catty as I like.
After all, Chaps is going to stay with them.
Yeah, serve him right.
Oh, old May's not that bad. She just has an unfortunate manner.
To be not bad with an unfortunate manner isn't enough.
You seem a bit, scratchy this morning.
Believe me, compared to what took place last night, this is purring.
Well, it's a nice sunny day anyhow.
It had better be.
I had an awful evening. I got stuck with Pearl Brandt. She insisted on playing at the big table, and I lost a packet.
You what?
Dropped about £400. Cleaned myself out.
Oh, chaps.
She kept asking me to go in with her. She never ran the hand more than 2 coups. Except once, then she passed it after the 4th and ran it 11 times.
Did it occur to you to perhaps strike her in the face?
So, I mind if you mind waiting for that 7,000 francs I owe you, Stella, until I get my allowance?
Of course I don't mind, chaps. It doesn't matter a bit.
When do you get your allowance?
The 1st of May.
Yes, I don't mind.
God is love, there is no pain.
It's awfully sweet of you.
Don't be silly. What are you doing? Yes, of course. Good morning, everyone. I'm suicidal. Oh, why? What's the matter? Everything's the matter. I went down 20 mil last night. Precious Baines got distemper and I had to send him off to the vet at 7 o'clock this morning. And on top of that, I've just had a telegram from Nicky and Vera saying that they're arriving tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
It's the most awful bore. It means that I shall have to turn you out, which I absolutely loathe. It also means that I shall have to put off Dolly because she and Vera aren't speaking.
Well, why don't you just put off Nicky and Vera?
Bob would never forgive me. He worships Nicky. They talk about international finance. Anyhow, it's the most awful war, and I just feel absolutely dreadful about the whole business.
Oh, don't worry about us. We've got to go to the Laurens anyhow.
But I do. I adore you being here. You're the nicest guest I've ever had in my life. Do you mind if I take one of your lumps?
Not at all. Take the whole bowl.
Angel. And tonight we've got the Brandt dinner party and nobody wants to go. I tried to hint that we'd all rather stay in, but they're absolutely set on it. Something to do with being American, I think. That whole passion for entertaining in restaurants.
Means the casino again?
Yes, dear, that's what that means.
Do you have any messages for May, Olive?
None that I could possibly send her.
He was lovely, that chauffeur. He wore his cap bravely as though he wasn't afraid.
Wasn't afraid of what, darling?
George Bainbridge.
Anything in the world. I remember he drove me to the station once and I knew the back of his neck reminded me of someone. And who do you think it was?
Who?
Dmitri.
Everyone reminds you of Dmitri, darling.
I loved him dreadfully. Do you mind if I have a little of your scent?
Do dear.
We're going up to Venice tonight. Don't you want to come?
We shan't be ready in time.
I'll leave the small cup for you. Irving and Pearl want to buy some of that awful pottery.
Excuse me, ma'am.
What is it, Murdoch?
Mr. Guy Forster has arrived at Lord Chatsworth.
Oh, I must go.
Has his lordship's luggage gone down?
Yes, ma'am.
I love Guy. He's an angel. Where is he, Murdoch?
In the bar, ma'am.
I'll come down.
Goodbye, Toby. Goodbye, Stella.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Awfully sweet of you to hold that over. Goodbye, Olive.
I'll see you off. Don't forget to write in the book. Give Guy a drink.
He's probably had 3 already.
I do feel so good about Toby.
No, don't be silly, darling. We've overstayed frightfully, but we were having such a lovely time.
If it were anyone but Vera and Nikki, I'd tell them to go straight to hell. But boy really does need to discuss business with Nikki, and oh, well, I know you understand perfectly.
We understand. When are they arriving?
Tomorrow afternoon. The car will be waiting for you at exactly 12:30. I'd better pop down and see chaps off. We should meet in the main square.
All right.
You do understand, don't you?
Dear Olive.
Oh, she's done everything but throw us into the dry.
We must think. We must think.
What is the use of thinking? We haven't even enough to tip the servants.
No, don't.
Oh, if we asked Olive to lend us, say, 5,000 francs, do you think she would?
Of course she would, and she'd dine out on it for a week.
I'd rather die than ask her anyway. 5,000 francs isn't enough. Not nearly enough. We've still got to pay our train fares, Nanny's fare home, our bridge debts, the servants. Oh, God! Who is it?
Murdoch, madam.
Come in.
Mrs. Lloyd Ransom asked me to come and see you about your reservations.
The reservations?
On the afternoon train tomorrow. I've taken the liberty of phoning into the hall portrait and then to speak about them. I'll send the tickets up to you the moment they arrive. There's a small laundry bill as well. I've given that to your maid.
Oh, well, you think of everything, Murdoch.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Murdoch.
Dear Olive.
Last night. She had it all arranged last night.
I think I should like something quite dreadful to happen to that Olive. You know, something really humiliating. Like being sick at a court ball.
How dare she?
Oh, it's insufferable.
After all, she badgered us to come.
And now she's badgering us to go.
Isn't there anyone we could cable to?
Don't be silly, dear. We've exhausted every possible telegraphic stadium years ago.
Do you think I can maybe do a little light prostitution in the casino tonight?
Oh, you would have to work very hard to raise 10,000 francs by tomorrow morning.
There's no need to be rude.
Oh, if you'd have thought of that at the beginning of our stay, things might have been much easier.
You have the moral standards of a warthog.
Just think. We must think of something.
No, we mustn't. It's no use. Nothing's any use.
Darling, this is desperate. We've got to take a chance.
What do you mean?
Your bracelet.
Don't be so absurd. It wouldn't fetch £15.
We'll send Nanny to Cannes with it this afternoon.
But I tell you.
Just shut up. At worst, we could get a couple thousand francs on it.
I bet we couldn't.
With my waistcoat buttons, we could.
Even then, what's the use?
This is the use. This is the use. Listen. I'll gamble tonight.
Oh, no, Toby, no.
Oh, I'll be careful, I promise. We'll have enough for 3 goes of the minimum. That's the big table.
Oh, no. Not the big table.
Biggest.
Nanny! Nanny, we're in the most awful trouble.
I don't wonder. Lying about in bed in a lovely morning like this.
Nanny, here.
What's this?
Go over to Cannes this afternoon and pop.
I I really couldn't.
You must.
That lovely bracelet your Aunt Agnes left
Oh,
me.
no, I know, Nanny, but we haven't any money at all, and we owe a lot as well. We have to go in by tomorrow. You must do this for us. Please, Nanny.
I could let you have a little, you know.
No, we wouldn't hear of it, Nanny.
Anyhow, a little's no good. We need a lot.
I shan't get much on these.
Do what you can, Nanny, please.
The man in the pawn shop will split his sides when he sees me
Oh,
again.
never mind about that, Nanny, please.
Won't you let me advance you a little? I could go up to £7.
Oh, we wouldn't dream of it, Nanny.
Oh, very well.
Anyhow, how much do we owe you already?
£342 altogether.
Oh, dear.
Just go, Nanny. Go like the wind.
It's madness. Start staring madness.
Is there no justice in this universe? No decency?
Absolutely none, dear. I remember remarking that to Nanny only the other day when the stopper came out of my nail varnish and made the inside of my handbag look like borscht.
There was no reason in what happened. It had nothing to do with the law of logic or the law of compensation or the law of anything. It was just low, senseless, bad luck.
Never mind, darling.
Mine shall continue to mine to the end of my days. The entire beastly scene is etched on my brain in blood. I went up to the table. 7, my lucky number, was miraculously vacant, so I sat down and waited for the shoe to come round, and just as it was 2 away, a New Jersey hag tapped me on the shoulder. She said something like, "It's terrible, I can't find a place anywhere. Would you be a dear and mind if I had yours for a while? I'm feeling so lucky tonight."
She was right.
Right! She ran the bank 17 times, collected 170,000 francs. All the delicacy of a starving jaguar let loose in a butcher's shop. Oh, and then graciously gave me back my place.
Whereupon you proceeded to lose our 2,000 francs in the brief space of 4 minutes, borrow 500 from Bertie Griffith, who will never let us forget it, lose that too, and then join me in the bar wearing what might be described as moderately set look.
Correct? Have you anything more to say?
Not for the moment.
Oh, good. Then we might talk of something else.
I can't see any necessity to talk at all.
That is only because you are temporarily exhausted by your own verbosity. Your natural flow will return in a minute.
I was fond of Aunt Agnes, and she was fond of me.
That rather cloying relationship belongs mercifully to the days before I met you.
She left me her bracelet in her will.
It seems odd that she should symbolize her almost incestuous love for you by such an indistinguished little trinket.
You have a disgusting mind, Toby.
No, I said almost.
She was the most generous woman in the whole world.
It appears that your memory of her has been softened by time. To the impartial observer, she seems to have been a mean old bitch.
Toby!
Well, if it's all the same to you, I prefer to leave Aunt Agnes where she rightfully belongs, warbling through eternity with the feathered choir.
It seems a pity that you can't turn your devastating wit to a more commercial advantage. You should write a gossip column.
No, I haven't got a title.
Now shut up.
That was merely rude.
There's no sense in going on like this, snapping at each other. We've got to face facts.
God.
Toby, don't you see?
You know, your passion for facing facts is rapidly becoming pathological. You'll go mad, that's what you'll do. You'll spend your declining years being led about some awful institution by a keeper, all the while facing the fact that you're a Empress Eugenie.
Oh, don't be so idiotic.
I'm so sick of facing facts. You know, in the future, I shall cut every fact I meet stone dead. I intend to relax, to live a lovely dream world of my own where everything is hilariously untrue. After all, at least 3/4 of the civilized world do it. Why shouldn't I?
Why shouldn't you what?
Just delude myself. You know, I'm going to start deluding myself this very minute. I'm going to begin with the Old Testament and believe every word of it. I'm going to believe in Jehovah, and Buddha, and Krishna, and Muhammad, and Luther, and Mary Baker Eddy, and Amy Semple McPherson. Oh, I'm even going to believe in Aunt Agnes.
Would you shut up about Aunt Agnes?
It may be in my present state of splendid detachment that I might go off into a yogi trance and stay upside down for several days. In that case, all of our troubles would be over. Even Olive's social conscience would gibbet one of her guests being carried out of the house in a sort of sailor's knot.
Darling, darling, Toby!
Oh, careful, you're strangling me.
I've been wanting to strangle you for hours, and now I'm finally doing it. It's heaven!
This might lead to almost anything.
Oh, fiddling while Rome's burning. That's what we're doing.
In present circumstances, fiddling sounds singularly offensive.
I didn't mean that sort of fiddling.
Oh, really, Stella?
Toby, what are we going to do?
We'll go quietly but firmly along the passage and murder Pearl Brent.
We should be hanged.
You know it would be worth it.
She sleeps alone, you know. Irving is separated from her by the bathroom. It would be deliciously easy.
I hate her so. There's a certain austere scientific beauty about for that shrill harpy, like higher mathematics.
Yes, I would like to fasten that wad of 1,000-franc notes to her nose with a safety pin.
Well, I had other plans for those.
Oh, hush, darling.
I can't bear it, I really can't.
Well, then let's talk about something different. I find this particular topic exhausted and I don't want to get angry again.
Angry again? I shall never stop being angry to the end of my days.
Being angry is very bad for you. I believe that when you are angry, all the red corpuscles in your blood fight with the white ones.
That's so. My circulation at the moment makes the Battle of Mons look like a Morris dance.
It's dreadfully late. We better go to sleep.
I shall never sleep again.
Nonsense. Go and brush your teeth.
Darling, we must think
No.
of...
Go and brush your teeth.
Darling, it just...
Go on. Leave the door open. The sound of your gargling gives me a sense of security as though everything was all right. Toby!
What?
Were Russians always predatory, even before the revolution, I mean?
Oh, I should expect so. Why?
Eleanor splashed herself from head to foot with the last precious drops of my scent this morning.
Personally, I'm very glad. I never cared for it.
That's besides the point.
It smells like bad salad dressing.
Smell to dear, we can use the past tense now.
Oh, good. I intend to live in the past anyhow. The present is too unbearable. I intend on returning to the happy scenes of my boyhood.
I'm sorry that I'm not your rocking horse.
Oh, you underrate yourself, darling.
Waiting to the last.
Stella,
What?
what are we to do?
I told you just now I don't want to discuss it. I'm too tired.
If you broke your leg, we would have to stay now, wouldn't we?
I have no intention of breaking my leg.
Modern women have no courage. We brave things will let men go every day of the week.
I don't look upon you as my menfolk.
Think of the girl who stuck her arm through the latches to save that bonny Prince Charlie.
Yes, in my opinion, a misguided arse.
I will not get a word against Flora MacDonald.
It wasn't Flora MacDonald.
Oh, don't be so ignorant. Of course it was. Flora MacDonald never stopped doing things like that.
It wasn't.
Oh, who was it then?
I don't know who it was, but it wasn't Flora MacDonald.
I suppose you're going to tell me it was Grace Darling in a minute.
Well, I see no reason for you to suppose any such thing.
It was Flora MacDonald.
It's a matter of supreme indifference to me, dear, whether it was Nell Gwyn or Mary Antoinette.
We're getting on. By a process of tedious elimination, we may ultimately arrive at who you think it was.
I tell you, I don't know who it was. All I know is who it wasn't, and it wasn't Flora MacDonald.
Oh, God! Oh, God!
What happened?
I am hurt.
What sort of hurt?
Badly hurt.
Oh, darling.
It was the door of that blasted little cupboard.
My poor sweet.
Do something, it's bleeding.
Where's the ID?
How should I know?
No, dear, that's the eye drops.
It's agony.
Stand still.
I don't want to stand still. I want to jump out of a window. This is the end.
Don't be so silly.
Cotton wool.
There isn't any.
There ought to be.
Wait a minute, I think I might have some. There we are.
Oh, God, what a crack.
Stand still, darling.
Don't you stop telling me to stand still.
Don't be so irritable.
God!
Sit still.
Just shut up.
Stop being so childish. I'm doing my best. There.
For this to happen, on top of everything else, it's too much.
You may pretend it has given you concussion and behave very peculiarly tomorrow morning.
Oh, I couldn't carry it through. I'm too depressed.
Into bed, darling.
Light's still on in the bathroom.
I'll turn it out.
You don't think we ought to bandage it?
Oh, no, let the air get at it.
Oh, then open the window.
Yes, I was just going to.
You're beastly to me. I swear to God, I will yell the place down.
Does it hurt?
Is that question merely rhetorical, or do you really care?
Of course I care. It's horrid for you.
Well, it hurts, Stella. It hurts dreadfully.
Would you like to read?
I doubt if I should ever be able to read again.
All right, I'll turn the light out then.
It would make no appreciable difference to me whether the light of the universe went out. My mind is a trackless waste of impenetrable darkness.
That's right, dear.
Stella, what are we to do?
I told you. We'll deliver ourselves over to Olive, bind and gag in the morning. We'll meet her, patronizing contempt with fortitude. Toby, we'll humiliate ourselves without even flinching. We'll add up how much we need and borrow it from her gaily. No matter how broken we are, we'll never let her see it.
Like Flora MacDonald.
It was not Flora MacDonald!
White! Scream, dear. You wouldn't dare to shoot.
Scream yourself.
Oh, yes, I would.
Okay, what do you want?
I want you to be quiet.
Well, naturally you do. I mean, apart from that.
Where's your jewelry?
Okay, the pawn shop. Number 18 Rue Mary Lou Kane.
We haven't a thing here. Oh dear, you've chosen probably the worst room in the whole world to burgle.
Oh, come on, just tell me what it is.
Now then!
Don't shoot, it's loaded!
Oh, I should damn well hope it was.
Wait a second. Why ought to be French.
Go take off his muffler, Stella. Keep your hands up.
Excuse me. You're very tall. Wow. Tight knot.
Keep your hands up.
They're up, they're up, they're up.
Yeah, excuse me. Go. There.
Turn on the light, Stella.
Oh, it's a very expensive scarf. My God, it's Stevens!
Oh, madam!
Stevens, how could you?
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I'm sorry, sir, madam. I didn't realize you were staying here.
Did you really mean to burgle this house?
Yes, madam.
But why? You can't suddenly become a burglar all in a minute. You were a respectable chauffeur last week.
That was before the crush came, madam.
You mean before George Bainbridge threw you out?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Stevens.
He sacked me straight away, without even a reference.
You should have applied to Mrs. Bainbridge.
But Stella!
You've got to help me, madam. I'm desperate. I haven't gotten a bomb.
That's no excuse for becoming a criminal.
Well, it's the usual excuse for becoming a criminal. Oh, begging your pardon, madam.
Do you mean to tell me Mrs. Bainbridge didn't give you so much as
Stella, your behavior is in the worst possible taste.
Well, I think it's a dirty shame. You have my sympathy, Stevens.
Thank you, madam.
Well, you'd better get out, Stevens, and I'll keep the gun if you don't mind.
Well, actually, sir, it belongs to Meadows, Mr. Bainbridge's butler. I pinched it. If you wouldn't mind returning it, I'd be very much obliged.
God, we ought to hand you over to the police.
Oh, please don't do that, sir. I've had an awful time. I've got a wife and child back in Walthamstow, and I've got to get back there somehow.
Oh, Stevens, we can't help you. We would if we could.
Quiet, Stella.
Thank you, madam.
Just go on. Get out as quickly as you can.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Stop!
Stella!
Come back a minute.
Don't be an idiot, Stella.
Leave this to me, I know what I'm doing.
What are you talking about?
Sit down, Stevens.
God, have you gone mad?
Sit down, Stevens. Now then.
So look here.
Put that gun down, Toby, and stop waving it about like pampas grass. Stevens may be a potential thief, but he's not a murderer, and even if he was a murderer, he wouldn't murder us. He likes us. Don't you, Stevens?
Yes, very much, madam.
Toby, you seem to forget that when we were staying with the Bainbridges in Scotland last September, Stevens lent you £7.
I paid him back.
Well, yes, you certainly did, sir. In the month.
Do you trust us, Stevens?
Trust you, madam.
Yes, I mean, do you trust us if we trust you?
I'm not quite sure what you mean.
Oh, I'll explain. We're broke, cleaned out.
Okay, yes, madam.
And
Yes.
you're broke too, in addition to which you've involved yourself in one of the juiciest scandals the Riviera has known for years.
It wasn't my fault, madam.
I
She
never
was-
imagined for one moment that it was.
Stella, we can't.
We can, and we will. Toby, don't be such a fool, don't you see?
See what?
God sent Stevens to us tonight, Toby, or it may have been Buddha or Mohammed or Mary Baker Eddy or whoever it was, but he's here, hale and hearty and ready to help us. You are ready to help us, aren't you, Stevens?
Help you, madam.
Yes, if you can help yourself at the same time.
Anything you say, madam, you can rely on me.
Stella, I'm telling you, we can't.
We can, and we will, Toby.
You're waving.
I'd rather face prison than all this patronizing sneer tomorrow morning.
Sir, what have you done to the top of your head?
Never mind about that now.
No mind about it. It's the most important thing in the whole world. You did it, Stevens. You knocked him out.
Oh, madam, I would never do such a thing.
Yes, you would. If you were an intelligent professional burglar, you would. You'd bind and gag us both, take all the money, and get away with the swag.
Swag, madam.
Yes, that's what it's called.
What's called?
The money you're going to take from this house tonight.
Oh, madam!
Sit down and listen. A few yards away from this house, there is Rag out in plebeian slumber a woman from New Jersey called Mrs. Irving Bront.
Go on, darling. Now I'm with you.
In the top right-hand drawer, just to the left of the door, there is a dressing table, and on that dressing table there is a bundle of 170,000 francs.
Oh dear!
House, Stevens, house.
Madam, I don't think that I could.
No, just be a man about it, Stephen.
Go on, top right-hand drawer, just to the left of the door.
Now the carpet is ostentatiously soft, so you won't be hurt.
If by chance she happens to wake up and double back here and out the window, I'll scream too and bathe his head. But if on the other hand you get away with it, come back here, give us half, tie us both up and get out.
All right. I'll do it.
Right, just think of Walthamstow.
Go on, top right-hand drawer, just to the left of the door.
And, good luck, Stevens.
Good luck, Stevens.
Turn the light.
Get your bed clothes off the bed and your dressing gown cord.
My feet are cold.
Put on your slippers.
Oh, handkerchiefs forget.
Don't make such a row.
My God.
What?
Stevens might bind and gag us and then take all of the money.
Don't be so absurd. He's utterly honest. His moral values may wobble a bit on the sex side, but other than that, I'm sure his integrity is beyond question. Why, he was a valet before he was a chauffeur. He's been trained as a gentleman's gentleman. They're always much more reliable than gentlemen.
Did you hear anything?
He's coming back. Did you get it, Stevens?
Yes.
Oh, turn on the lights, Toby!
Was she asleep?
Snoring, sir.
I'm so glad.
Here you are, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah. It helped to fight them.
Well, actually, sir, if you wouldn't mind, I'd rather you and Madam have it. See, I happened to find these on the dressing room table.
Oh, Stevens. For shame. Take them back at once.
They can be traced.
I think I'll manage all right.
Here, you must take these for traveling expenses.
Oh, yes, if you insist, sir.
Yes, you must take half the money.
Of course. But I'd really rather not. See, you, sir, and you, madam, you've always been so kind to me. It's almost as if we were all old friends.
Thank you, Stevens.
Extraordinarily generous of you, Stevens, and now where shall I put the rest?
Put 11,000 in the drawer and the rest in the inside pocket of your dinner jacket.
Oh, but allow me, sir.
Oh. Thank you, Stevens.
Yes. Stevens, never mind about that now. Bind and gag us.
Oh, do you intend to go direct to England?
Yes, sir. I've been planning on going by boat. I've never quite seen Marseille, and I've never seen Gibraltar either.
It is very impressive.
Yes, the P&O boats always stop at Marseille, don't they? I remember Blanche came home on one once.
Oh, I think I'll try another line than P&O. I once went as far as Egypt with Mr. Bainbridge, and I didn't quite fancy it.
Oh, why's that, Stevens?
It was the Bugles, sir. They got me down. Reminded me of being in the army all over again.
Yes, you must look us up when you come to London.
Thank you.
We may be able to help you to find a job.
We're in the book.
Well, actually, I've been thinking about giving up the domestic service, finding a new job, a more steady job, a more respectable job, if you know what I mean.
I couldn't know better.
All right, time for the gags.
They're on the dressing table.
Do let me know if they're too tight.
Well, they ought to be pretty tight.
Well, sir, it's all the same to you and me. There's a gag for you. Well, this will have to do. I think we may allow ourselves a little poetic license, don't you, sir? Quite confident. Light on off. 1 nod for on, 2 nods for off. Well, I really must be going now. It was a pleasure seeing you again, sir. Adam. But I'm off. Good night.
If I'd been made Bainbridge, I'd have married him.
What?